I'd like to welcome you to another episode of Mission Matters. My name is Adam Torres, and today I am at Grant Cardone's headquarters in Florida, and I just got done watching a pitch competition. Let me tell you, the contestants were absolutely amazing. I was able to snag one of the fellow judges, who's also a previous winner. So first off, Sarah, welcome to the show.
Hi, thank you for having me.
Oh my gosh. So just let's start this story from the beginning here. I know I don't have you for too much time, but talk about your experience with the Grant Cardone Foundation and your previous winner. Tell us about it.
Okay, so I was actually placed in the Tumani program by a complete random situation. There's a youth employment program that we do in DC, and I just happened to get their site. And we're sitting here, talking about social emotional learning, and then we start talking about entrepreneurship. And they go, write out a business plan. I just look at them like, I've never done this before, but okay. And in my head, it was this hypothetical idea.
Yeah.
And they go, oh, we have a surprise for you guys. I was like, what is this? We didn't know about the pitch competition until a couple weeks into the program. And then we just got super excited. I worked with the Future Moguls at the time. I was able to actually come here to Miami for the first youth pitch to next kids pitch off.
Yeah.
Hold on. I was able to come here for the first ever to next kid pitch off and experience this entire thing, the very rough draft version of it. And I placed second, and I won $7,000 for my eco-friendly clothing brand, Beware Apparel. So then I came back to Tumani because once you are with them, it's really family. So I was just like, can I come back? I was actually studying abroad for most of the summer, but I came back for that last week to pitch coach unofficially, just kind of help out, give feedback, share my experience, and then do the journey with them.
Yeah.
Just kind of as moral support from someone who is doing it right alongside them.
Yeah.
And so then I kind of just sent Portia a text one day and asked if I could come back as official staff, and it kind of just led to this. And then she tells me we're at work one day and she just goes, they want someone from Tumani to judge, and I know I can't do it, but I would love for you to come back. So if you're free for the Miami trip, let me know. And I made the decision to come here a day before I'm supposed to leave for college and be here to support. But I was able to actually follow along the entire journey. So I saw all of these business ideas when they were just ideas, and I got to follow the process and coach that process and even learn from them because I'm always learning, and it was just such a great collaborative space to be in.
What was some of your, first off, thank you for sharing that. What an amazing story. Now you're going to college, you're an entrepreneur, and working with you as a judge today was such a pleasure and honor, and you're so seasoned and professional. I was like, man, I wish I had that. I'm like, come on, Sarah, I learned a lot from you today. What was some of your, for everybody that's at home and couldn't be here today, what was some of your favorite parts or highlights from today's pitch competition?
I have to say that for me, I was actually nervous coming in as a judge just because I had already worked with them for so long. I was like, what is this? And then they're like, oh yeah, you're going to be with all these people who are actually people you need to network with. And I'm just like, oh wow, okay.
Yeah.
But it was an amazing experience on so many fronts. I was able to network and just meet people who had great mentorship and words of wisdom for moving forward. And I'm currently in a transition stage with my business. So just having that reinforcement that I am on the right path and I have that space and grace to move and change things as they need to be. It can't be perfect the first time. But then also to have worked with these students for 5 weeks on their businesses and then see them, I've never seen them pitch like that before. And I watched the pitch 100 times at least. And
so you got to see them like game on, pressure, energy. You got to see it all.
So great. And then I was able to really give them, before my feedback was more oriented towards the pitch, I was able to just give them the advice of just how I felt about their business concept as a whole and have that real conversation with them. And I'm just so excited for all the possibilities for their businesses, potential partnerships with them, and just continuing to cultivate and create those relationships.
Amazing. Last question, top 1 to 2 pitches or whatever you want to comment on. I know these are all your babies. You work with all of them, so we're not saying, but just top idea or 2 that stuck out to you.
I think that for the uniqueness of it, definitely Trinity, and not just because she placed first, but because she is in an industry that I didn't even think of when we were thinking of businesses.
And it's esports.
It's esports, gaming. I don't know anything about it, but I do know that there is an issue. I didn't realize that I couldn't think about what the solution was.
Yeah.
In my head, it was just like, oh, well, that's because racism and prejudice are a thing in life. And she goes, no, this is how we fix it in this specific community.
Wow.
And she had such a clear and beautiful plan for that. And then a lot of people thought that I was going to say this anyway, because Chris is also doing a clothing brand, but he's approaching it from such a unique angle. And I think I actually said this when giving him his feedback, that we see people being inclusive via plus size and just adding size ranges, but he's really taking that and making it personal to each individual, which is so important in fashion, and also really keeps the person at heart. It doesn't feel like he's a company trying to gain points in diversity by saying, oh, well, we have these extra sizes. And he's addressing a real issue, and it's super creative and fun.
All right. So last thing I want you to do, Sarah, I want you to look into the camera and tell everyone why they should be supporting Grant Cardone Foundation and the pitch off competition.
All right. So if you weren't just moved by the story I just told, this story is for everybody. We've had kids not pitch the first year and then come back and realize, hey, I missed this opportunity. I need to be here. I need to do this. You should support the Grant Cardone Foundation, because his work goes deeper than the money, goes deeper than the business aspect, the real estate, anything he does. It all comes home to pushing that message and returning. Everything he does, he wants to give to other people and 10x what he's giving to people.
Amazing. Thank you for that. And thank you for coming on the show. And to the audience, as always, thank you for tuning in. If this is your first time with us and you haven't done it yet, hit that subscribe or follow button. This is a daily show. Each and every day, we're giving you new content, new ideas, new stories, and we don't want you to miss a thing. So again, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. And Sarah, thank you again so much for coming on the show.
Thank you for having me.